All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is August 15th, 2025, and we got a very interesting day. Yesterday was already wild. You had hot data, the market not reacting, people talking rate cuts, and then you had the 13F, so there was a lot of pickups in activity after the bell. It's even feeding through here to the morning, but the real main event is Donald Trump going to Alaska to meet with Putin. Now, a lot of people leading into it have kind of like watered it down. I mean, even myself, I'm not really expecting there to be a peace deal, but it's possible. And the fact of the matter, we talked about it yesterday. I mean, this has been a long conflict for the last half a decade. It's very important. I don't think Putin has stepped foot on American soil in the last 10 years. So there's probably going to be a lot there. We'll see what ends up happening. But besides that, you had data in the morning. Retail sales was pretty much in line. It didn't surprise. It was nothing like yesterday or some of the other data sets that we saw. So you're going to go back to what we were doing. We're going to have a little bit of momentum, and then we'll see what the president ends up getting. But other than that, Chad, we are going to have a good day. It is Friday, my friends. How are you doing? Good morning. Oh, tell them, command the thoughts, baby. Amen. Eat and run. Good morning. Sandman, Blizzy B, Farmer Jim, Lucky Soldier. Good morning. Zoraz, Derek, JM, Kwong. What's up, baby? What up, SGD? Mr. Forrest Gump, Chris Saeed, Amir, Dystopian, Love, Peace. What up, baby? Welcome. EB, Mr. Edwards, Humble Business, Quaz, Jimmy Cow, The Forbes, Sound, Lost One. Good morning, baby. Are you ready? Are you ready? What up, Finra Narc? What up, Mr. Fahar? Oh, my goodness. Let's go. Forbes, Hustlin', Ice-T. Good morning, Tim Whitman. Oh, my goodness. Dan Kingsley. Me Nacho, Super Takeoff, Luigi, Jamal, Bobby. Good morning. What up, Andrea? Are you ready, Chad? What up, Chef? What up, Victor? I don't want to get too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Young Jimmy Carter? What? Oh, good morning. I'm sorry. I know. Let's hear. Let me get Josh AI with the news before I start screaming. You know, I know it's a good Friday. I like Friday, man. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? But here is Josh AI with your news, baby. Good morning. Good morning. Top overnight news, geopolitics. Trump thinks Putin is ready to end the Ukraine war, but needs Zelensky's involvement. FT Reuters, London Times. Trump and Putin will measure success at their Alaska summit through ceasefire and FaceTime. Bloomberg, New York Times, Axios. Trade tariffs. Trump's exemption for Apple from semiconductor tariffs boosts investor confidence, but many companies remain vulnerable. FT. China warns foreign companies against hoarding rare earths, citing potential supply restrictions amid rising demand. FT, Japan's trade negotiator denies U.S. pressure for interest rate hikes, clarifying Treasury Secretary Bessent's comments. Bloomberg, India PM Modi announced tax cuts and urged self-reliance amid rising global economic protectionism and U.S. tariffs. Bloomberg FT. Markets. Traders position for Trump-Putin meeting, investing in assets that may benefit from ceasefire. Bloomberg, Boafay's Hartnett says U.S. stock rally sets stage for profit-taking amid potential dovish signals from Fed at Jackson Hole. Bloomberg, strong U.S. corporate earnings and rate cut expectations ease market reckoning concerns. NY Times, lowering interest rates against backdrop of rising inflation threatens repeat of 2007 $08 weakness. Bloomberg, market rally stalls amid hot U.S. inflation data, but investors remain optimistic about consumer resilience and profits. Axios, Goldman Sachs warns U.S. stock market's hot streak may end, citing increased drop risk signals. Business Insider, U.S. IPO activity has doubled this month with 12 new issues, raising $2.9 billion, surpassing typical levels. Yahoo Finance, Chinese bond traders face challenging conditions as low rates and stagnant markets hinder returns. Reuters, corporate Trump admin in talks with Intel for government to acquire stake, helping to shore up firm's planned Ohio factory hub. FT Bloomberg, and Applied Materials guidance trails estimates amid soft China demand, tech export approval delays. Bloomberg, Oracle and Alphabet strike deal offering Gemini AI models in Oracle's cloud computing services and applications. Reuters,
Berkshire resumed selling Apple, T-Mobile, and BOFA, acquired stake in United Health, Bloomberg FT. Tepper builds stake in battered United Health, Bloomberg. Wall Street's top hedge funds increased big tech exposure in Q2 amid AI growth, shifting from lagging sectors, Reuters. Hedge funds increased stakes in tech giants like Microsoft and Netflix amid initial volatility from Trump's trade policies, Bloomberg. 2 GOP senators demand a congressional investigation into Meta after chatbot policy document controversy, Reuters. Airfares rose 4% in July as airlines cut flights to match demand, raising concerns about future fare increases, Link. Affluent U.S. consumers absorbing price hikes for premium products like Birkenstock and Bugaboo, Reuters. NVIDIA-backed Lambda seeks funding that could value it at $45B ahead of a potential IPO. Bloomberg. FTC has been investigating Hims and Hers Health for subscription cancellation practices for over a year. Bloomberg. SpaceX benefits from billions in U.S. government contracts but likely pays little to no federal taxes. NY Times. Sources say Trump's EO against political or religious discrimination by banks may create industry uncertainty. Reuters. Japanese companies face 3 yen 5T, $23.6 billion. Collective hit to FY earnings from U.S. tariffs. Nikkei. European AI adopter stocks decline amid disruption concerns, contrasting market gains. Reuters. Central bank's St. Louis Fed's Salem said it's too early for him to decide on September rate cut. Bloomberg. Richmond Fed's Barkin senses July data will show improved consumer spending. Bloomberg. Funds at the Fed's overnight reverse repo facility dropped to lowest level in more than 4 years. Bloomberg. RBNZ expected to lower OCR by 25 BP at Wednesday's meeting with inflation and labor market subdued. Reuters. Economy. High tariffs haven't spiked inflation. Research shows actual rates are lower than expected. Link. Rich Americans spending rises 2% while lower income households see zero growth amid financial stress. Study shows Axios as in China July economic activity declines reflecting extreme weather, anti-involution campaign, tariff pressures. FT, Bloomberg, Reuters. China's new home prices dropped 0.3% in July, with major cities easing declines slightly. Reuters. Japan economic growth rebounds by more than expected, driven by capex, external demand, and consumption. Reuters. Bloomberg. Taiwan raises 2025 growth estimate to 4.45%, easing concerns over U.S. tariffs impact. Bloomberg. Switzerland's economy grew 0.1% in Q2, defying expectations before facing high U.S. tariffs. Bloomberg FT.
Bloomberg FT. There's more, brothers. There's more. S&P futures, they're up by 0.1 Friday morning. Comes after U.S. equities finished mostly lower on Thursday, though S&P did eke out a gain, hitting the third consecutive all-time high. Big tech provided the cushion with Amazon a standout. Small caps under pressure after rallying this week. Apparel, machinery, builders, materials, industrial metals, China tech, some of the other laggers. Treasuries mixed with a touch of curve steepening. Dollar is down by 0.4. Gold is down by 0.7. Bitcoin is up by 0.7. And WTI is down by 0.06. Market not reflecting much of a reaction to inline hotter than retail sales report, though pushing market towards slightly flatter Fed rate cut path. Also, not much follow through from the couple of high-profile earnings disappointments after the close. Weaker China activity data overnight in the Trump-Putin summit this afternoon. Not much on trade and tariff, though Trump said this morning he will be setting tariffs on steel and chip imports next week. Markets are on track for another week of good gains, with Thursday's much hotter than expected PPI not expected to derail the Fed rate cuts starting in September. Fed Chair Powell seen shifting to a slightly more dovish tone in his speech next week at the Fed conference in Jackson Hole. Strong Q2 earnings season metrics, favorable earnings revision trends, still elevated corporate margins, tariff mitigation, AI, corporate buyback, strong retail impulse, low volatility backdrop, and other fiscal policy clarity. Some of the other bullish talking points. Headline: July retail sales came in at 0.5 month over month, in line with consensus. June revised up by 0.3 to 0.9. Control group sales at 0.5 ahead of consensus, and June revised to 0.3 to 0.08. July import prices for July went up by 0.4 above expectations for unchanged and the highest since April of 2024. Early economist reads noted that this Read that it suggests foreign exporters are not eating the tariffs, particularly given the reading calculated before the tariffs were applied. August Empire Manufacturing beat on a new order strength, while employment index and average work week improved. However, prices paid up 9 points to 56, though prices received little change. Preliminary University Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations for August are out later this morning. Fed Goolsbee said the Fed does not need to hold rates forever, though still needs to see another month of inflation data to see if the economy is still on the golden path. Oh, Goolsbee. AMAT under pressure, much weaker than expected fiscal Q4 guide with company flagging China normalization expectations. It won't secure approvals of pending export license applications and softer linear demand from leading edge customers. SNDK fiscal Q4 ahead, but Q1 guidance light with some focus on the 14-week quarter in September, while GM Outlook also received some scrutiny outside of earnings. 13F, the big story with UNH up big on both Buffett and Tepper acquiring stakes. Buffett Berkshire also built a position on Lennar, DHI, Nucor, and then Intel also building out on Thursday rally. Reports of U.S. government taking a strategic note alongside of David Tepper. OpenAI's Altman said he would be interested in buying Chrome if Google is forced to sell it. FTC investigating HIMSS over advertising and cancellation practices, and Twilio to join the S&P Mid-Cap 400. Wow, Habibi. I know, Habibi. I know. There's more. We're early. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. I might have to put them up here. UNH is up by 10.5. Berkshire, among other notable investors, discloses new position. Nucor is up by 9.7 off earnings. Joby up 8.1, achieves first piloted eVTOL between two public airports. Nucor is up by 5.2. Berkshire Hathaway discloses new position. Twilio up 4.7 to replace Amidsys in the S&P Cap 400. Lennar up 3.2. Berkshire Hathaway. DHI 2.9. Berkshire Hathaway. Lululemon up 2.8. Michael Burry discloses new stake and 400,000 calls. Oh, wow, he has 400K of calls. Spotify up 2.5, Intel up 2.3, follow through on U.S. taking stake report. Appaloosa discloses 8 million share stake, amended terms for Silver Lake agreement. SMMT up 2.1, Eli Lilly up 1.7, Galaxy is up by 1.5, closes 1.4 project financing to fund Helios development. CRM is up by 1.2, DA Davidson upgrade. BHC is up by 10.7, insider buy. Wing is up by 3.6, Raymond James upgrade. Michael Burry, BRKR up 3.4. PAR 2.1, BTIG upgrade. LQDA up 2.5, Jeffries assumes buy. EVLV is up by 1.9, earnings no longer subject to DOJ investigation, reinstated a buy at TD Cohen. PGen up 55, FDA approves Papazemios, Papa? For Jesus? For the treatment of adults with RRP. Repl is down up in sympathy. PPSI is up 47 off of earnings. Cooler 17 off earnings. Sora 17.3 raised 10 million from group of investors. PSTV 16 earnings. IOBT 15 earnings. Fufu 14 off earnings. PRPL 13.5. Somi Group discloses 6.9% stake. Viat up 12.1 off guidance. GWH 10.5 off earnings. BZAI 7.7 off earnings. BBOT 6.9. Piper Sandler overweight. Cura 4.8 insider buy. MB up 3.8 will seek to dual list its ordinary shares on Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Trading lower. AMAT down 13 off earnings. CLAC, LM, ASML, ENTG down in sympathy. CoreWeave down 5, lockup expiration. Roblo down 5, mentioned negatively by Andrew Sorkin on CNBC. And there's an investigation. HIMSS down 2.8, examined by FTC regarding cancellation practices. A-Lab down 2.6, insider sale. Target down 1.9, Bank of America downgrade. Globe down 15 off earnings. SNDK down 9 off earnings. TMC down 5.9 off earnings. SDGR down 3.4, City downgrade. Flow down 3.4 off earnings. SBET down 2.6 off earnings. QBET down 2.3 off earnings. Origin down 35 earnings. 100 million mixed shelved. RNXT down 19.4 off earnings. ART profit taking after yesterday down 17. GAM down 15 off earnings. SY down 10.3 off of earnings. RCAT down 5.4 off of earnings. And then SGMT is down 3%, 75 million common stock offering. That is it. That is all that I have for you. That is it. I know. Now, UNH, Intel, how do you guys feel? Do you guys still feel it? Are you feeling good? Are you blessed? Do you know the Lord is with you? Oh, man. Go read. Listen, I'll just tell you right now, bro. I made a philo today. You know that? I had a philo for you. And then I opened up the Bible this morning. And then I got another philo. Go read today. Go read Luke. Go read Luke 1. Go read all of it. Just all of it. Just you'll see it. I hope you see it. Oh man, just read it. Just read it. You're gonna love it. I loved it. And either way, if you don't love it, God love you. Okay, and if you don't love God, I mean, I hope you just appreciate love in general on the human level, and then maybe we could transcend to the spiritual level. But other than that, I'm just saying, it's a Friday. I got a lot of good vibe. I can't see shit right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't see anything right now. It's hella cloudy. Oh man. I'm very hyped, man. There's some good plays out there. And then, again, so even for the stream alerts too, let me actually tell you guys, I do have plays I'm looking at. I'm going to be watching Intel, UNH, MO, Procter Gamble, Eli Lilly, Joby, and AMAT. Those are going to be mine. But I'm going to post plays I'm not going to take. I might share them with the chat eventually, but I'm tracking something and I'm taking in a lot of data and I'm testing something out, but it's working and I figured it out. So long story short, I got a new little system here. You guys are gonna see it. But yeah, I'm gonna send out some plays to watch. But make sure you're not touching them if you don't have a long term, and if the plays do not serve you, that's not good. That's not, I need it to serve you, brother. I was like, what phone just went off? And that was my stream alerts. Josh sent me a stream alert. That's amazing. Wow. Oh, I didn't even look at my phone. Awesome. Am I concerned with the Intel purchase? Because the CEO? No, I think they're going to be here for 10 years. I mean, I always thought they would. That's the good part about it. But like I said on the watch list last night, I was going to buy this either I was thinking December or November, or I was going to be buying this in January. That was my initial plan. That's why I was like, I could just stack up cash. I could still hold and collect yield because Intel doesn't pay a dividend. And the fact of the matter was just Intel was probably going to be dead money until something changed. But now, given that the government's taking a stake, it just took my timeline and then sped it up by pretty much a quarter. So not bad. But yeah, I'm not too worried about the CEO. Again, just the government being involved is it's very unique. So I don't even know if I like it. Like I said, when we first saw it with MP, it gives me a lot of China vibes. But at the end of the day, it is this is different. Yeah, this isn't like Biden. That's the thing. I don't know if you guys, I think a lot of people are confusing it with what Biden did. Biden gave them a grant. It was the CHIPS Act. They got this money and they were able to, if they completed a certain task, the government just handed them money, right? Now, what Trump is doing like MP, this would be the government taking a stake. Yes, they would become a top shareholder essentially, assuming they copied the MP model. So, we don't know what the deal is. That's why, that's the risk. If you're asking me if I'm worried about the CEO, I'm not. I'm worried about the terms of this deal. That would be the only thing that's going to make this a major home run, or maybe it's not going to be that good. But really, it just all comes down to the government taking a stake and being involved rather than just giving them money or anything. It's now it's like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. It's just the government. It's going to be the government company. It's just wild to think about. But yeah, I still think that's something I'd want to invest in, at least for now in the early days. And then we liked it for 10 years already. So that's kind of the part that made it a lot easier for me because we already owned it. And the part I would have liked a lot of new names, but I am a little grateful that we were able to stack something. Because, again, we put deposits towards Intel in the past, so now all the money that we did and that we saved, not only did I get to put my cash to work, but I already had a little bit to work already, so now it helped me advance. And now Intel is pretty big in our portfolio. Even on the small account, I believe it's in the top 5 now. So we will see. What else we got, baby? What else? Do you have any other questions? We got a couple more minutes. I'm pretty excited. I want to see though. Again, let me. There's going to be a confirmation too, so that's the crazy part. So think about it. Intel already moves pretty crazy. You guys have seen it for a while. I mean, we have a lot of dead money coming back to life, but at the end of the day, just it hasn't been confirmed. So let me give you a perspective. Remember MP? So MP kind of had like rumor, moved around, then they had earnings, and then it was like 2 days later, then the government confirmed it, and then it started to go crazy. So Jackson Hole is very important. We talked about it on the watch list. It's not very important in terms of like content, but in terms of like place markers, what's going to lead us in the market this year, or at least for the end of the year. I like NVO, but unfortunately, we're going to have to put that one on the back burner since now we don't have cash. Again, something about the government becoming a shareholder that just, it leapfrogged everything on my list. And I hope you guys understand why. I explained it on the watch list yesterday that, you know, there's only a couple companies that the government is a shareholder, let alone a top shareholder. So, and I like the camp that it's in, because most of those names, especially once the government's there, I mean, it's helped. Again, I'm so shocked. You guys have no idea that Donald Trump is, in a weird way, he is pursuing the China model. I'm telling you, like, it works, and it's not American, but I think Donald Trump is pursuing the China model. I think he wants to get these companies the material, have the government pretty much back them up, put the guardrails on so that you could pretty much dominate and oversupply. So very shocking. But like I said, I mean, if our job is to make money off of that, or if that changes the world, we're not going to get left behind. So, but I'm telling you, it's a very weird thing. Yeah, it's national security to a degree, but it's still, you know, most of our life experience in the United States in investing, we're not really used to this. So it's truly not something you see every day. But on that note, my friends, yeah, well, think about it. This is the part I think a lot of people are missing. I'm like, bro, within the last 72 hours, they just added more chip tariffs, getting an export fee from AMD and NVIDIA, and then taking a stake in Intel. So I think a lot of this benefits Intel, because I think NVIDIA is going to do good, but think about it. They're paying a fee to the government for the tariff. That's what Trump just announced. So now Intel, I would make the assumption that if the government takes a big enough stake or has a big enough role, they'll be exempt from that. So, ta-da! Other than that, Chattadonia, are you ready, boys and gals? Oh my goodness. I love it, baby. Have no fear. You know, have no fear. And fear is a very, very, you know, man, y'all don't feel me, bro. See, you can have no fear because you got freedom. And your freedom, that goes to your control over fear, brother. Okay? But even then, you don't think about, imagine the men and women every day. You don't think they were afraid of things? You don't, seriously. You don't think they didn't want to go? Y'all sitting here in your home. You know how many thousands of millions of men and women we woke up every day for you and your freedom. They face their fears for this country. So I know I'm dramatic, I'm everything, but you know what I am? I'm also grateful, because again, I don't know what my life would be if all of my skills, talents, and everything, if I couldn't actually use it and live in it in freedom and keep it. Or if China had to tell me what to do. What did Trump tell me what to do? And for now, nobody tell you know, so thank you, veterans. And that's the beauty, man. And that's why every single day, man, I love this country. I love this opportunity, but I love the people. And y'all know that, man. And that's why even here every day we share this space with a lot of amazing men and women. And these are the men and women who have served this great nation. So we want to give a huge shout out, bro, For real, man. It's deep in my heart. It's at the core of me, bro. And I want it to be at the core of all of you. This is also your altar call as well. You should support and give honor to those who have given everything. And that is the veterans of the United States of America. So, veterans, the families, thank you for everything you have given. Truly, God bless every single one of you. And it is now your time to own the land. I would love to help. We will give you everything you need, our knowledge. But it is now your time to own and benefit off of the system that wouldn't exist without you. So God bless every single one of you, and thank you all. And every single one who hasn't served, bro, you better bring this to real life. Okay, I don't know how many don't recognize it before it's too late. The gate is closing. I don't know why. Like, what, you only gonna appreciate the veterans when you losing your freedom? You only gonna appreciate it when it's getting threatened? No, bro, appreciate it right now. So shout out to the vets, baby. God bless all of you, and big shout out to anybody else giving back to their local communities. Doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, anybody making their community run, baby. God bless you and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Set the digits! Oh, it's game time, baby. Or not. Oh, Chad. Are you ready? Let's go, baby. Oh, excuse me. So, Chad, that's it, man. We only got 2 minutes. Time to move on. Why so many members today? How are you? I only banned like 4 people yesterday, bro. And then, look at that, bro. We got like 15 new members. How? I didn't do anything. I just woke up. Good morning. So I'll take you there, man. If I don't see you, then you have a good rest of your day and have a great weekend. The Lord is with you. And happy Friday, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. We only got like 2 minutes. Yalla.